community practice. And I think I see some new faces. You can, if you're new, just nod your head. So, okay,
Hey,
welcome. Nice to see you. Hello, Alicia, Bonnie. Hello, welcome, welcome. So today I wanted to practice some simple self-help that we can take with us anywhere, wherever we are. As you see, I'm not in New York, going back later today. If you don't have your books, you can just really see what your body feels like doing. And let's just start by placing our hands. Again, if you're new to this art, this is a Japanese healing art, or also universal energy healing modality. We use the universal energy to mobilize the stuck energy in our body. So we connect to universal energy when we apply our hands on ourselves or on others. And we work with 26 locations. So we'll start by placing our hand on 26 and the other one on 22. And I practice this hold a lot. Just, I'm going to be on a bus later. I'm going to be holding this because it's very comfortable and very simple to do. And it helps a lot. This is also a great hold if you are flying on an airplane because, you can't spread out too much. You have to be contained. And so this is a wonderful hold and easy to do. So 26 right here. You can feel if there's any fullness or tightness. Last week we talked a lot about the 26 also, because 26 really helps to move the lymph fluid. So if there's any fullness, particularly for women, sometimes if we are emotionally charged or if there's a lot going on, then we can get a little bit more fullness underneath. We start to accumulate right underneath in the armpit here. And so 26 really helps to unload with that. 26 allows for us to inhale. And 22 this is 22 right here, allows for us to exhale. So right here, by holding this, we have a complete cycle of breath, energy up to back, our inhale, and then letting go is to 22, our exhale. So just for a moment, observe your breath, exhale and inhale. And as you inhale through your nose, you feel that the temperature of the air is a little bit warmer than when you exhale through the nose. So just observe that, inhale and exhale. While you're feeling for a pulsation also, feeling for a pulsation coming from the safety energy locations. Observing transformation in these locations as they begin to open up, become less full, fill up if needs be. It can be empty. So we're always feeling for emptiness, fullness, harmony. Harmony is where we're moving towards, complete harmony. So as you're holding this, you may feel a pulsation getting a little bit stronger. It may be more obvious to you, the pulsation. And the pulsation is the energy spiraling to the core. So let's take a moment, and with the exhale, let's drop our shoulders a little bit lower. Just really relax them, because we carry a lot of baggage, stress on our shoulders, on our 11s. And so it's nice to exhale it out, to let it go, and to consciously drop the shoulders. The neck is very important, and we need a lot of length in our neck. And 11 is a great place to start. As a matter of fact, let's place our hand now from the 22 to 11. So that's another very, very nice, comfortable, easy hold that you can practice wherever you are, really anywhere and anytime. 11 can be more lateral, or it can be closer to the center, and you are probably exactly where you need to be. But if you're a student, like Alicia is studying a lot, yeah, check out the area and just see what it feels like. to you. I like to place my fingertips on the locations. And if you're on your right 11, the right 11 is where we pile up stress. If we have stressful life, if we have had a stressful day, can be older stress also. We pile it up on the 11th, and then the shoulders get higher. And our master keys, the 11, 12, and 4, they get contracted. Sometimes you see this contraction in the neck. So that's why it's very important to bring awareness to this elongation of the neck. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Again, observing the cool air coming into your nostrils, and then the warmer air coming out of your nostrils. Inhale up the back and exhale down the front. Clearing our total body. Nice. And then let's gently let go, and let's hold the other side for a moment. 26 and 22. Let's start with that. And then also observing the difference between right and left. Maybe the other side felt more natural to you. Maybe this side seems a little bit less comfortable, and it is settling into this feeling and allowing us ourselves to be comfortable, even if we're not completely. And that will happen through the breath. The breath allows us to harmonize and to settle in wherever we are, and also accept. And sometimes Jin Shin can bring up feelings, maybe some frustration if you work on yourself, or if you receive a session from a practitioner. It sometimes can bring up feelings, and that's good. Jin Shin brings everything to the surface. So you're going to have your favorite, right side or left side. We know that the right side tells us about our lifestyle, the here and now, today, whatever's going on in our lives. And the left side, more about our past, genetic components. That's all manifested on the left. So if you have a lot of projects on the left side of your body, then that comes from older stuff. And the body never lies. The body tells a story, and the locations, they tell us a story. Each of the safety energy locations, they have a meaning, a practical meaning, spiritual meaning, and the body never lies. So we can learn a lot from our own body, and that's what we're doing. 26 meaning total and complete. Where are you in your life? Does it feel complete? Or are there things that you're working on? 26 will help to bring that together. And 22, exhale, adaptation, adapting to wherever we are. So if you are moving, or if you travel a lot and you need to adapt to different circumstances, or adapt to different emotional circumstances, can be emotional, physical, spiritual. Jin Shin helps on all these different levels. So let's take 1 more breath here, and then we'll move our hand on 11. Again, observing the difference between the right side and the left side. How does this 11 feel? This is where we tend to hold on to older stuff. So if your right side was really tighter, then it tells you something about your lifestyle. Maybe you have some stress going on in the here and now, today, in your life. Work can be work related, can be relationships, can be your own mind causing stress. So we can find it back in our bodies. And meditation, we hear so much about meditation today. Jin Shin brings us to that space of a quiet mind. If I don't talk so much, we can just listen to the energy moving, the energy movement, listening for the pulsation. Let's just take 3 breaths here. Very nice. I would like to briefly move through the spleen flow. So we're going to practice a flow now. I will take a few breaths per hold and place one hand on your tailbone, which is right the base of the spine. And the other hand, you can place it on location number 5, which is location number 5 is on the foot. So I'm going to have to, you can also hold your 1, okay? Because now I'm going to make you stretch, right? Let's hold our 1 for today. So you can, if you can reach 5, which is below the ankle bone, I don't have enough space here to show you, really. So you can hold 1 also, and the tailbone. And the spleen flow is very important because it really resets us when we are empty, when we are depleted. At the hottest part of the season, which in a lot of countries we're going through right now, then the spleen energy is very important. It gives energy to all the other organ flows. And I was working with somebody just 2 days ago, and she was tired, but also the left side of the pulses felt very, very quiet. And so I tried different things, lifting the left side and all of that. And it wasn't until the end of the session, till I practiced the spleen flow on her, that the pulses came back. And so that's what the spleen flow does. It revitalizes our system. So we're holding the coccyx and location number 1. And if 1 is not comfortable for you, you can hold the pubic bone instead. So pubic bone and tailbone together. Okay, so let's all move to our pubic bone. So we're holding the tailbone and the pubic bone now. So I know this is a little bit of an extended spleen flow. Again, if you don't have your book with you, if you're following the book, then you'll see that you hold 5 and then moving on to 14. But we're extending this a little bit, as I'm not using any books today. So holding the pubic bone and the tailbone is very, very powerful because it helps total body circulation. So it's also good for projects like neuropathy, people having cold hands and cold feet. Spleen flow also calms our nervous system. It is the flow for our nerves and nervous system. So very, very important. And we can practice the spleen flow on ourselves every day. It's really for daily maintenance. So now let's move our hand to 14 here. Okay, so if you were on this 1 here, this 1, you go to the opposite 14. This is a waistline flow, harmonizing the waistline, and that's where our mind lives. When we have a lot of thoughts, when our individual energy gets stuck. Our individual energy is our thoughts. When we are, we need to connect to our spiritual life a little bit more, or connecting to earth. Sometimes we as human beings, we get stuck between heaven and earth. And so this will allow beautiful connection between body, mind, and spirit. All are a part of us. So we harmonize all of them. If, by the way, if this is not comfortable, you can also use the back of your hand. So again, this is so easy to do anywhere and anytime. And you can take a breath into your 14, harmonizing our digestive system. And the spleen flow is good to harmonize our digestive system. Digestion, stomach aches, it really gets our system going. Nice. And now let's take our hand from the tailbone, from the coccyx, and placing it on the opposite 13, harmonizing our emotions. Just feel gently, because women have breast tissue there, and so we want to be gentle. But if you find a sore spot, just go right onto it gently and just wait till it opens. You can take a few breaths, but it will harmonize and open up so that the energy can flow freely in the body. And I don't know about you, but I practice my jinshin every morning before I get out of bed. It's really, it sets me up for the day, really. And once in a while, if I don't do it, like if I'm on travel or something, I really do feel it. So I go back and lie down for 10 minutes somewhere and just get the energy moving. So jinshin brings awareness to our body, which is very important. The awareness, body awareness, where we are at any time, getting to know your body is very important for the health of, uh, of our total being, because we can bring awareness and then we can harmonize. And then the last step is moving our hand to 22. So very simple, the spleen flow. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, 4 simple steps for the spleen flow. And you probably feel a pulsation now. Maybe you feel some heat coming from your hands. That's also energy. You can use your fingertips or your palms or your thumbs, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then let's place our hands on our heart chakra just for a moment. And also observe again if you're placing your right hand first or your left hand first. Everything tells a different story. The right hand draws the energy in. If you have your left hand on it first, draws energy out. And we innately know where to go. We innately know where to go. So you can trust it. It's just understanding it that gives it a little bit different dimension. Understanding it and observing, and oh, what does that tell me today? What does my own body tell me today? Let's hold our thumb. The thumb harmonizes the spleen flow, our digestive system, worrying. We worry a lot. We all worry sometimes about something or other. And sometimes worry can prevent us from sleeping or falling asleep. And so the thumb will help us to fall asleep, calms our mind. So while we're holding our thumb, I just want to tell you also about that I'm going to be in California. I'm going to see some of you. Bonnie, I want to see Bonnie for session, and probably you'll come to a workshop. We have one beautiful workshop with Lana that's going to be in nature. And we're going to talk about the elements and the depths and how we are nature, really, and related to the depth system and Jin Shin Jitsu. So that will be fun. And the other one will be a self-help workshop in the Santa Rosa area with Jane Pritchard. So stay tuned for information. We also have confirmed that the London workshop, Alicia, is going to be the last weekend in November. Okay, so lots going on at Jinshin Institute and on Facebook here. So we'll sign off here and stay a few more moments on with the meetup group if there's any questions or comments. And I will see you tomorrow for Wellness Wednesday. Have a wonderful day.